guns. No, not those guns. These guns.
Oh yeah.
Biceps, one of the most sought after muscle groups out there. But how do you build those BB guns into bazookas? We're about to show you how the bicep works and also the top 5 exercises you'll need to build those guns. Word.
Come join us now for a look into functional strength with buff dudes from a time long ago. In prehistoric times, food was scarce and only the strong survived. By using elbow flexion, our Cavedude friend is able to live to see another day. His Cro-Magnon friend, however, is not so lucky.
We've come a long ways since the time of cave dudes. Well, some of us anyways. We now know the biceps brachii are comprised of 2 muscles or heads, the long head and the short head, and have 2 points of origin. The biceps are a biarticular muscle and control motions in both the shoulder and elbow joint. One of the major functions of the biceps is elbow flexion, but the biceps also help with supination and shoulder adduction.
For all you Neanderthals out there, here's a simple version.
Biceps will be involved in arm flexion and also be a secondary muscle group involved in any kind of pulling motion.
As the stars in the sky were created above and the earth below, so should you too create your body in the gym. Basically get biblical up in this shit.
First on the list is going to be the chin up, an excellent compound movement that's going to put a lot of stress and load in those biceps, a lot more so than a normal isolation curl would do. So what you want to do is walk up to the bar and be grabbing it with the underhand grip just about shoulder width apart. Pull yourself so that way the chin goes above the bar and get a nice squeeze and contraction in the bicep, and then slowly let your body down in eccentric contraction to the bottom position, getting that full range of motion. With this exercise, the back will be helping out slightly, but as long as you keep the concentration in the biceps will be doing most of the work. You want to make those guns really big? You can even take a weight belt, wrap it around your waist, put some 45s on, and bust those chin ups out. Buff dude style. Second on the list is going to be the barbell curl, one of the #1 isolation exercises you can perform to build those biceps. What you want to do is grab that barbell about shoulder width or slightly wider, and you're going to be keeping those elbows really tight to that body and be curling straight up, getting that nice squeeze to the top position and then slowly letting it down to the bottom position. What you don't want to do is let those elbows raise up, working a little bit more of those front delts. You want to try to isolate these biceps as much as possible. Exercise 3 on the list is going to be the incline, alternating, supinating dumbbell curls. With these ones, you're going to be using an incline bench, and alternating means you're going to be performing one side of the body and then alternating to the next. And with the supinating factor, which is one of the main movements of the bicep, is going to be pulling those palms up to the top position, getting that nice squeeze in the bicep. So with this one, you're involving 2 different motions, flexion of the elbow and also the supinating of the lower arm. So what you want to do is lie back on a bench, you're going to keep those shoulders back, and you're going to keep those elbows stable in one position. As you flex that elbow joint up, you're going to be supinating that palm up, getting a nice squeeze in the bicep. We're really working on that peak, and then slowly letting it down to the bottom position. And then you're going to be going right on to the next side in that alternating kind of motion. So this is an excellent builder for those biceps, and it is kind of switching up because you're getting that nice supinating factor throughout that motion. Exercise 4 on the list is going to be hammer curls. So what you want to do with this exercise is keep those elbows nice and stable at your side, shoulders back, and you'll be flexing in the elbow joint just like any isolation bicep curl. But with this one, it's not going to be in a supinated manner, meaning your palms are not going to be facing up. So since the palms are not facing up, they're facing each other, you're going to get a little bit more activation in those extensors of the forearms. So you're not only building the biceps, you're also getting a little work in those forearms as well, which is always a good thing. We're on to the last exercise on this list. It's going to be the concentration curl. This is an excellent exercise to really isolate those biceps even more so than any of the other isolation exercises because you're supporting the back of the upper arm on a bench or the inner leg. So what you want to do with this one is really support that upper arm. That way you're going to get no involvement in that shoulder whatsoever. It's only going to be the elbow flexion. But you can also incorporate a little bit of supination factor in there if you want to get a little bit more involvement in the bicep and a little bit more stress in there. So what you want to do is support that back of that arm and then curl up, get a nice squeeze of the top position, really supinating inward, getting that pinky towards that shoulder to get that nice squeeze contraction in the very top position. So make sure you concentrate on these ones and you build those biceps correctly. Ugh. You can't put an elevation on these mountain peaks because it keeps growing. Douche bro don't need to know this shit. I built these biceps off bad form and curling in the squat rack. I only got room in this brain for EDM lyrics and dance moves. Word to your mother. See, I just made that up.
Action.
Let me do it again to crotch punch him more. It looked fake.
Okay.